Welcome to Perth, Western Australia, where the best young talent has come together in the nation for the 2026 Under-18 Australian National Championship final. After 4 days of fierce competition, it all comes down to this. South Australia taking on home team Western Australia in a clash of skill, speed and pride. Two powerhouse programs, one championship on the line. And for those of the rising stars, this is more than a game. It's their moment to shine on the national stage. You are being brought this coverage by the Australian Lacrosse Network at the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club. We love you tuning in with us today, and welcome to Pete Greenhalgh, who's back after just calling the golden goal game for this women's final.
Geez, after that game we've just watched, 2 overtime periods, I don't know that I'm going to last the full game, Shendell.
Yeah, that's why I was struggling to get my words out, because I was just still caught up in that moment.
But no, this is poised to be a fantastic game. The home team, Western Australia, have got so much talent in that squad. And equally, the South Australian visitors have gone through undefeated and will be looking to make it a three championship win for South Australia this week.
Yeah, wow. That would be pretty epic for them.
Never happened before that one state has taken out the Division 1 and 2 women as well as the men. So we could be witnessing history.
We could be, as we see Ava Gibson making her way to the draw against Nikki Carson. Starting on the circle, we have Chanel Reid and Agar taking on Sophie Mead. Corey Rainey on the other side with Lily Maros. They all seem to be smiling at this point. They are friends off the field, but it might not last too long now as we are about to hear the opening whistle. Obviously, they'll stay friends, but the white line fever certainly kicks in.
100%.
As ball is being set up at the opening face-off by Steph Allen. And there's that whistle. Ball's gone high on the ground to be won. Fight for the ground ball. Lily Maros trying to pick that up. Rainey with the long arms, but Ava Gibson comes up with that. Also with long arms and great height.
Yeah, she's been great this week too, Ava, in her first Under-18 championship. So good for her to get some possession.
Charlie Newmarch with the ball now. She's being watched by Noddle. Gives it to Lily Maros at the top, and this is where we're going to see the two-man game, and it's also working off ball at the same time. They're trying to isolate Maros at the top. And just like that, the opening goal is scored off the ice.
And pushing her out of bounds. The push is called, and it will be South Australia's ball.
So Mead to bring that ball back into play. She's got Litchfield across field. Ayla's just coming to the ball carrier now with Greenhalgh. Ayla's going to play. She manages to get on inside. Twite trying to hold up. Greenhalgh does a good job at doing so. Newmarch now being defended by Noddle. Newmarch gets inside in her left, trying to free her hands. Good slide there from Remy Twite. That ball's gone to the end line. Stayed in play. Ava Gibson bringing that one straight back in to start another offensive set with Ruby Carter looking to go to the crease. I think she's had some contact made to her head.
I think it was Nellie Reid and Agar there. Just, it's one of those tricky ones, you know. Chanel didn't mean to do anything. She just had a stick in the wrong spot at the wrong time in that.
Yeah, any contact to the head is a yellow card. So Carter at the 11. This is dangerous for Western Australia.
And
she's got the centre hash.
As soon as she's got her stick behind her head as well, you know what she's doing. She's shooting.
She's going to run it in, and she shoots
it. Good save by Rodwell.
Good for Rodwell's confidence to get that save early. She needs help now. They're sending a player to the ball carrier, to the goalie quickly. Lily McRoberts now going to carry that ball in transition for the West Australians. Little push there from Greenhalgh, and she's going to get a penalty for her work.
Looks like Carter's actually got a cut on her head.
Ball on the ground to be won. Sheedy trying to pick it up, come off a red stick, going to go. Oh, two officials pointing in different directions. And Julie Mao pointing in the way of Western Australia's attacking end. So going to be brought back into play here by Rainey. And Rainey moves the ball quickly to Ehlers at X. Ehlers has dropped the ball. Few little nerves here as this is a final. I'm sure that's how they're feeling. Just got to get a touch and ease his way in. But a great carry here from Mead with pace. And she's looking for options. She's being met by Carson. WA still with a player in the penalty box serving that yellow card. Ava Gibson holding the ball now, gives it to Greenholsh. Just wanting to send Sophie Mead to the far side, and you've got Hannah outside with the ball, gives it across to Charlie Newmarch, gives it back to Hannah, slides, got to happen.
Shot goes wide, backed up by Fuss.
And opened up Ava Gibson on the crease as well, so they had that one more opportunity. Looks like a player wants to go from X, being told to slow that down. That was Zoe, sorry, that wasn't Renshaw, that was Fuss. Ball trying to get inside. One more to Gibson. Gibson on the doorstep. Save high from Rodwell.
Great work by Rodwell. She's got 3 saves so far.
And they're just really jumping this keeper early. Contact was made with the goalie, so ball's gonna go back there. I kind of feel like that should have been an advantage call because WA had got the outlet and still had the possession. And now they're looking towards a bench. Nelly, Reardon, Agar being released. That ball's going to roll out of play, and that's going to be brought back in by South Australia through the stick of Francis.
So that's what you're talking about, right, with that advantage.
Shooty.
They had the ball, and now they had to give it back.
And they lost the advantage.
Now it's turnover.
So Newmarch with the ball now. Charlotte Wynnum being really distinct with her instructions to her players as Fuss wants to go. Good pressure there from Noddle on the defence. Ball with Greenholsh at the top, swings it to Maros. Maros looking to drive. Look at how the space she's giving herself. Changes to her right. I reckon she's coming back to her left on this face dodge. Here it is. Carson trying to stay in front. Slide comes. And a shot. All clear there for Lily Maros.
Yeah, great work again, just setting that up for Lily Maros to drive hard on her left hand and had a lot of space to run into. Puts the shot away. Stick is deemed to be legal. All clear. Number 7, Lily Maros has 2 goals.
So 2 goals for Lily Maros and 2 goals on the board for South Australia. Back at the draw, we've got Rainey and Gibson, 2 tall players here. This will be a good match for height depending on which way the ball's going to draw. Just absolute talent littered across the field here.
Can you imagine like merging these 2 teams and what you could put together?
Oh, unbelievable. As Rainey, one-handed pickup carries towards the goal for Western Australia. One more pass to Reardon. Reardon bounces it low.
Great work, and I've been saying it all week. I love watching the players that can play with their stick low and their stick high. Reardon showing us the advantage of that. Played high, 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 got her stick low and put that one past Renshaw.
Yeah, I thought, and I can just see the replay now, I thought that Rainey was actually going to shoot this, and you can see the way she charges towards a cage, unselfishly gives the ball to Reardon, and Reardon puts that one away. Back. Now, they've just changed up the draw here, so Lily Maros has gone into the centre for South Australia, taking on Rainey. Rainey with that one-handed pickup was just awesome. Strength in the wrist there.
Ball goes up.
Ball comes down, still ball to be won on the ground. Mead gets it off the floor. I'm going to start the offence for the South Australian. Reardon Agar back on the floor now. That yellow card has been served. She's got to be careful now the rest of the game. And here we go again. This is where you want Lily Maros to be driving from. Stick in the right. Sorry, stick in the left, trying to get inside, looking for a player on the crease. They've got Mead. Good slide. Comes inside, able to get inside and gets it past Rodwell.
Yeah, great work. I think Mead was on her way to a different position there, but just the way the game played out, found herself with the ball and in front of the goals. Turned back onto her left, was able to get her stick back into her dominant right and put that one past Rodwell really, really well.
Yeah, and that started with the drive from Maros, who then found it to the corner and then it opened up the bottom corner. So nice piece of play there from South Australia.
So 3-1 now is the score in this grand final match. Everything to play for.
And if you are watching from home, let us know where. You can either get us on our Instagram pages, so Shendell Mic'd Up, Peter G360, or directly through the Australian Lacrosse Network. We love hearing from you. We love to know where you're watching from. It gives us joy to know that our game is being seen all around the world.
I'm also keeping a close eye on the YouTube chat, so keep the comments coming. Keep them clean. Keep them positive. Let us know who you're going for, what you think the result might be. We'll read them out if we think they're worthy.
Ball is just going to be redrawn. Let's just see where this one goes. Last one went high, so possibly going high again. There's a break there from Maros. That's going to be a WA ball.
Yep. So Rainey with the ball, looking forward, has plenty of options.
She's got Emerson just trying to creep up the field there, but Litchfield trying to guard her. Here comes Rainey, charges through now, wants to shoot, decides to, and sticks it for WA.
She's a very strong player, Rainey, with a great shot. And as soon as you give her any space in front of the goal, she's going to be a threat. And she showed what she can do just now when given that opportunity.
Yeah, I think Rainey's strength and height absolutely works for her. But also, like I said, her handle of the ball, like earlier with that one-handed pickup, what I've seen her do this week, very, very impressive, Corey Rainey.
Put in a little fake there too. So just watching the replay. Drives hard, puts a fake in, then takes a couple of extra steps to get that one off. Great work, Corey Rainey.
Ball's drawn high. Greenholz picks that out of the air. Just going to start the offense now through Newmarch for South Australia. They've got Fuss at X, but she's been cut off there by Twite, so they can't really send the ball through X. So bring it back to the top, which is where SA want to dodge from. Speaking of which, here comes a player with the ball. That's Mead that's gone down. Player on the deck, going to be picked up. Ball's picked up there by Ruby Carter. Ruby Carter so dangerous from this position. You can hear Charlotte Winnan telling Hannah to roll inside and not make the slide available. Hannah's just sitting on the crease, Hannah Greenholz, but just flip passes to the far side to Maros. Gives the ball across the top to Newmarch now. Ball with Greenholz. Cutter on the crease. Rainey checked that one out of the stick of Carter.
Yep, big check, bit dangerous, coming with the stick coming back towards the head there.
And Ruby Carter's going to run this one in.
I'd love to see her just light it up. No, very, very good shot. Bit of finesse as she runs inside.
Yeah, I think that was really good. She didn't try and crank it. She didn't use a lot of power because she didn't need to.
Yeah.
She used her feet to get inside and then just a couple of cradles and then put it where she wanted it to go. And that was over the head of Rodwell. Lovely goal there from Ruby Carter. I think folks at home can see this on the replay now too, and we'll just see that quick off the mark. Cradles in front of her body, protects the stick and puts it away.
Great shooting by both teams. Rodwell with 3 saves. Renshaw hasn't really had too many shots put towards her, but hasn't made a save to this point in the game. Three and a bit minutes to go in this quarter.
Ball's gone high now on the ground to be won. Picked up, not picked up. There's going to be a penalty. It's going to be Reardon Agar's ball for WA. Wants the quick start. She's off. She's got some pace. Chanel Reardon Agar. She just streams towards the goals. Got support at X through Aylers, but she's going to give it back to the top to Rainey. This referee's seen something, I'm not sure what it was, but Reardon Agar going to get the ball back.
Yeah, I think Leah Litchfield just got across the body there.
Gives it to Rainey at the top, pump fake, doesn't release the ball, and she's going to get a shot at the 11-metre. And if I know Corey Rainey, she is launching this ball. And look at that, she's just squatting her body into it. Step down, shot, foot save from Renshaw. Picked up, trying to be picked up by Emerson, but I think it's going to come through the stick of the South Australian.
Yeah, that's Andre running down the field. Just got a nice little how you going from the back. Emerson just giving off a professional foul there.
Just slows the play down. Lucia, as I've mentioned a couple of times this week, state goalie, so South Australian goalie for the under-18 hockey team. So dual sport athlete, absolutely love that. And ball now in the offense for South Australia. Ruby Carter with the ball now, gives it up to Sophie Mead. And they're just making some switches at the restraining line to release Newmarch. There she is with the ball now. Wants to go, trying to get inside, keeps the stick in front of her. There's a penalty on the play. Newmarch going to try the redodge, hits the pipe. Penalty, I thought that would have, she shot the ball, so surely the penalty is cancelled by the ball, and I am right. Rodwell will get the ball.
Great effort by Newmarch, though. Oh, intercept by Greenholz as she brings the ball down. Looks up, find Newmarch, and they've just going to settle the play there.
Yeah, so South Australia had the numbers, but good decision by Newmarch to pull that one out and just start working the ball around the goal. Gives it back to Mead. These players so disciplined in their positions. Look at Carter cutting through now. Mead trying to get in, being defended by Ehlers, but she gets through. Just keeps it out. Side Rodwell.
Great work by Rodwell. The ball slipped through, but she turned just in time to stop it going over the line.
Brandis DeRoos going to clear here for the West Australians. Pressure coming now from Maros. Trail also coming, but that one deemed to be on the arm of Brandis DeRoos, so she's going to get a free position. Just going to start, and I'd say she's going to pass to Reardon Agar, who Litchfield is now trying to hedge and cut off. Gives it to Noddle instead. Noddle released over the restraining line. And ball in the back pocket here with Reardon. She's already got one today. If they're going to cut through and make space for her, they've got Rainey on the crease, unable to grab it, but picks it up with one hand, trying to get back inside, stays in her right, wants to send it, goes high over the top. Renshaw gets a piece of the save, even though it's over the top of the crossbar. Good defence there from South Australia. WA to bring the ball back into play, and at the top with Reardon, who's trying to work hard to get inside, back with Rainey now. Ball in the back corner with Ehlers. She's got a few markers on the board each day, so I expect to see her scoring as well. Rainey wants to go. She's so physically strong, and you can just see the way she was holding the ball. That's the end of the quarter, Pete.
Wow, quarter time snuck up on us here at Preston Point Reserve. 4 goals South Australia, Western Australia with 2, so I would say that was an even quarter, even though the scoreline shows South Australia in front. Look, a lot of good comments coming through the YouTube, so keep them coming.
Yeah, a lot of support. Keely Yates can see she's online. Really enjoying it. Kaylee Dawson is cheering for Corey Rainey. I think Kaylee Dawson, she might be in the US. I know that there's a few players over supporting family in senior walkouts and stuff at the moment. I'm not sure if Kaylee Dawson is over there.
Let's go Sophie Mead, her running coach here. Drive the legs.
Running coach.
Yeah.
Love that. And you can see why, because she's an absolute bullet.
She absolutely is. But I think there's nothing really standing out to me in this. It's just been a really even contest. And South Australia have just had a little bit more opportunity.
Yeah. 4-2 ball game at the first quarter.
Well, anything can happen. We just saw that.
Oh, wild times. Victoria went undefeated all week and were unable to close that championship out. South Australia, what a win in golden goal. The winner today was absolutely Lacrosse.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, absolutely. Got any more updates on those East Freo lads?
I did have something. My voice went very high pitched just then. I need to check. I know they were playing for a spot. I need to find out. apart from the fact that they were playing in that final, the quarterfinal. I haven't had much of an update since then, but I'll see if I can get an update. But any opportunity you get to play lacrosse is a good one and is a good day.
So just as the players come out to their positions, Renshaw down this end of the field now, where we're sitting toward the left of your screen, where the SA crowd is going to be quite vocal every time Renshaw makes a save.
Yeah, and she's been great all day. We got a message earlier from her dad, Trav, who's actually working and unable to be here because he works in events himself.
He does, yeah.
So unable to be part of, be here for her today, but certainly sending his love from afar. And there you go, Trav. There's your shout out. You know that we're listening and we wish you were here too. You do great work for lacrosse. Ball back at the draw, Rainey versus Maros. So this is a really good matchup. Rainey looking over her shoulder. I say she wants to direct the ball to Carson, but the last one in the air high went to Greenholz and she just plucked it out. So ball has gone high and exactly in that direction. And there it is again. Greenholz, she's gone down. Picked up by Carson. Carson going to run the ball this end of the field towards Renshaw, as we just spoke about a few minutes ago. Rainey at the top just waiting patiently. Rainey a very tall player, but generally the rest of Australians are quite short. And here we go, Rainey now looking for an option. Ayla's being cut off there on the adjacent pass. She is available. Rainey trying to get inside. Changes to her left. Got support with Emerson. Emerson's missed that. Unlikely error from Emerson. Ball on the ground to be won. Picked up by Twite. An illegal body there. So
yeah, I could just see Emerson had her elbows up across Dallison.
Ah, okay.
And so I think that's what the umpire's seen there.
And Litchfield with pace is now going to clear and do a great job for the South Australians as she runs past Brandis DeRoos, gets the ball down deep into the back line for the South Australians. And ball just going to start to make its way around the goal. Ball with Carter. She wants to go on McRoberts. She likes her matchup. McRoberts almost loses her footing. Does lose her footing. She gets up quick enough, recovers. But she's got to stop Carter now. Slide package coming to Carter. And Greenholz now. You can hear Charlotte Winnan directing Hannah Greenholz to cut to open up Maros. And here it is again. Good slide there from Chanel Reardon-Agar.
Good save by Rodwell.
Ball at X. Fight for the ground ball. Ava Gibson picks it up. She's being defended by Twite. I think that is a boundary infringement. It's going to be a WA ball. So ball went out of bounds. Player must have stepped out. Going to be WA going to clear there through Remy Twite, who has got some pace. She's going to use the keeper, though, to redirect. And now WA, I think South Australia will send a player to the ball when the keeper steps out, because I've been doing this a fair bit. Oh, an unlikely error for Reardon-Agar. Sees Hannah Greenholz pick that ball up. She wants to go, decides not to. Gives it to Mead, who pulls the trigger. But a foot save there from Rodwell.
Yeah, that was a really good save by Rodwell. Mead throwing the ball low and Rodwell just doing everything she needed to do to stop it.
And look at this pressure coming from Carson. Yeah, she's all over Greenholz. She's going to give Greenholz the advantage now. And Noddle steps in to try and slow down Greenholz, but she gets the ball across to Maros. She's lining up against Ehlers, and she backs herself, Maros, and she's done this a couple of times already, trying to get inside. Saved by Rodwell. Ball on the ground. Ehlers picks it up. She's going to start transition for Western Australia.
Rodwell, 7 saves for the game so far, so she's having a great start.
Yeah, that's excellent job there by Rodwell. Cholsh trying to shut off Rainey. And Ehlers wants to get inside. She's dropped the ball, though. Ava Gibson, Chanel Reardon-Agar picks it up. She's got Emerson available, and Cholsh really shutting off Rainey with the face guard. Ehlers gets inside, save by Renshaw. Renshaw picks up the crumbs and starts the outlet, trying to give it to Litchfield, bounces the way of Carson. She's got Reardon on the crease, doesn't use her.
Yeah, Addie Reardon very open on that corner.
Absolutely. Had so much time and space there. Just, I think Carson just trying to protect the ball. Rainey now got the face guard on her. She's going to have to start using picks to open herself up if she wants to get free. McBean opens up, and now here we see Carson trying to get inside. Oh, sorry, Reardon Agar trying to get inside. Gives it to McBean. She's got help at the back there in Reardon. And look, here comes the skip step. There it is, trying to sell it. Wants to get inside. One-handed carry. Hits the deck. Push. She's going to get a shot off the hash at the 11-metre.
Yeah, really physical defence there by Maros, just to trying to keep Reardon below goal line extended.
She's already scored today, Reardon. She got another one in her off this line. She's running in. Just looking for options. She's got Emerson and Reardon Agar across the field, across the other side of the fan, but I reckon she's going to the cooker. Just waiting for the whistle. Step down, bounce, saved by Renshaw. Great save. That was quite a good placement, but good of Renshaw to get the body in the way. Ball at the line to be won. No one's got control. Picked up there by Ava Gibson. And here comes the contact. She
had to readjust the goggles on the way through.
There's a yellow card. I reckon Reardon's going to get one. That's going to be for a slash.
Hope it wasn't Reardon Agar, because that would have been a yellow-red then.
No, just Reardon.
Whew. Scared me.
And Rainey playing on the ball, South Australia with a 2-minute power play advantage.
So just under 10 minutes to go with 2-goal advantage to South Australia.
Gives it one more to Cholsh. Cholsh likes to carry. And on cue, runs the ball down. Maros kind of just chilling. Someone is offside. WA have a men adjusted now. Ball on the crease. Shot! Whistle had gone. I don't know if that one's going to be all clear or no, not allowed because the whistle had gone. So SA to line up on the 11. We're going end to end here, Pete.
Yeah, well, this is how we saw the game previous in what was a grand final for the ages. I can't imagine this is going to be any different. Mead gets it to Carter. Carter's worn one. She's gone down, but the ball is loose and is going to go the way of
South Australia.
South Australia?
Yep. No, sorry, I think Emerson... No, Noddle's got the ball for WA. Noddle will just try and run through. Noddle, really strong carrier. Just being told to slow her down. Gives it one more to Lily McRoberts, but that's just gone over her stick. Leah Litch was going to bring that back into play, and that's someone you want carrying the ball for your
absolutely,
team.
Yeah. She's safe with the ball, but just a great ride there by South Australia.
Yeah, very good.
Lulu Andre with the ball, gets it to Litchfield.
Gives it down to Maros. Maros loves to drive from here. WA need to slow her up. Looks across the field, gives it to Mead. Mead's got pressure coming there from Walters. Now with Greenhalgh. She's been watched by Noddle. Walters on the ball with Mead. Got players on the crease. They're still in an extra woman power play. Mead now with the ball. You can just see them playing the zone, and that that penalty has been released now, and Reardon's back on the field. There's a penalty on the play.
Mead ran straight into trouble there as Rainey was coming on. Mead was looking to run straight into her.
Here we go. Mead's lining up at the 11. She's running in. She's a couple of steps. Great foot save from Rodwell. Ball's rolled out of play. Going to be brought back in by Ava Gibson. Gibson now. Look at Twite trying to be really big down there on that back corner. Playing on Gibson. Then just adjust the body. Greenhalgh now with the ball. Defence from Noddle. Greenhalgh trying to drive top side. Releases it, but that one's gone out of bounds as well. Ava Gibson again with the backup. And Gibson starting to play. She likes to drive from here, Gibson, so you don't want to give her much space, and they've managed to force her to pass the ball on. Mead now with the ball. Carter just lurking at the top as well. God, they've just got so many great attackers in this team. You know, the ball is dangerous in so many sticks. Maros now with the ball. Great cut there from Carter. Maros wants to go. Rainey defending her, trying to free her hands. Trail check from Rainey. And now Rainey is busting her butt to get down the field to give them the extra player advantage. Gives it to McBean. One more to Reardon. Agar changes level. Shoots it low. Wasn't able to convert. Now the pressure comes to Greenholt's ball with Cholsh. Cholsh picks it up.
That was a good bit of transition by WA. Did everything right bar the finish, but that had a lot to do with Renshaw's save.
Timeout has been called. I'm not sure which coach called that. I'm assuming it was Charlotte Winnan and Wendy Walsh. Both teams got great coaching staff.
Yeah, I mean, these girls probably don't understand how lucky they are with the amount of knowledge that they have in at their fingertips. Great to see. I love seeing coaches give back. Clearly a coach is someone that's got a lot of experience and loves the game, but not only do they love the game, they love to see the game grow, and they love to impart their knowledge onto the youth. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, like I said, 4 awesome coaches here across the two teams, all involved in national programs at some point of their career. So great skills and expertise. You can just see Wendy Walsh drawing something up down low for her girls. Not sure what Beck and Caitlin are talking about down the other end of the field in the West Australian pack.
Good crowd for this game here. Got the SA boys down the left of your screen. Got the Vic girls on the other, or this side of the left-hand side of your screen. You got some more Victorians on the right. The South Australia A girls down on the right. WA over the other side of the field. They're all here. They're all watching this game.
Absolutely, and why wouldn't you be? A great game of lacrosse, 4-2. So still no one scored in this second quarter, Pete.
Yeah, it's been an up and back sort of a quarter. No one really getting any ascendancy. Goalies have been big this quarter. Renshaw, after having none in the first, has now got 5, and Rodwell has 8 to her name. So goalies coming up big in this quarter.
Yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, shutout at the moment. So you know when you say that, someone's going to score.
Yeah. Lulu Andre with the ball. It's strange to see her in attack.
So maybe there was an offside call, but regardless, the ball has turned over.
They've called a moving pick.
Okay, so going the way of South Australia, ball with Reardon Agar. She's going to carry. Good stick handler, Reardon Agar, as she makes her way down the field. Emerson, we haven't seen a lot of her yet. Gives it to McBean. McBean wants to go, gets inside. One more, gives it to Walters. There's a penalty on the play. McBean going to get a shot at the 11.
Yeah, great work by McBean, just using her strength to get that pass away. Was actually a great knockdown by Andre, but ball going back to McBean. She finds Walters. Renshaw with a save.
Renshaw gives it to Walters. Walters absolutely eats that up, Renshaw. And then she's got help out this far side, Andre. And there's McBean coming with the contact. Advantage is called. And Leah Litchfield now with the ball.
Just dodges and weaves out of trouble.
She's so quick. Ball with Francis now. Flipped passes to Litchfield and then a quick pass on to Newmarch. Back to Litchfield. Ball in the back corner. Gives it back to Litchfield. Swings it across the top to Greenholtz and redirects the play. Now back with Fuss. Fuss wants to go, tries to get inside, flag on the play. She's going to get a shot at the 11 metre. Runs in, does Fuss. Step down shot, another foot save there from Rodwell. Got Reardon Agar breaking out, got Remy Twite. They're wearing Corey Rainey like last year's dirty laundry. Twite going to start with the ball off the boundary. Got to open up for her, WA. She wants to run past Maros. Does well to do so and wear that pressure. There's a double team. Neve Guy and Lily Maros just applying pressure. One of them going to be, it's Maros called for a push.
Good job by Remy Twite just to wear that pressure.
Yeah, box player, so she's all right with it. That kid at Senior Nationals, she took some contact. And she just runs on. Gives the ball to Ayla. She's done her job now, and I think she's going to switch and let McBean come into the offense. Ayla's wants to drive. Look at her turning the corner. She's gone down. Player rolls over the top of her. Francis. There's a card on the play. Or maybe just hold time because players are down. Ayla's going to get the shot at the 11.
Just intense pressure causing that bit of contact.
Yeah, that's why I was confused when the time was held and thought it was a card because I was like, there was no check to the head or anything. Anyway, Ayla's, she wants to send it. And she decides not to go. Gives it to Emerson. They need to work together, Ayla's and Emerson. Both players very dangerous when the ball's in their stick. Gives it across the top instead. And ball just starts to circle around. Everyone getting a touch. Rainey trying to get off her tag. She gets free. Ball is dropped by McBean, but she picks it up. She's got plenty of help. Rainey just trying to intercept to remove Litchfield off McBean. Now the ball is with Emerson. Emerson being matched up with by Greenhalgh. These two know each other's game well. And here we go, still a good matchup. Emerson trying to get inside. Reardon Agar needs to cut so she can open her up. In her left, ball's hit the deck. Ball's still on the ground.
No one quite handling the ball well there. Ends up with Emerson, but even she gets a check, but one across the arms.
And that's going to be Emerson's ball. Sheedy. All over Rainey. They're just making changes. WA subbing to get Nikki Carson.
Got Lily McRoberts just over there. That's she stepped into a free area.
There was a whistle on that. Reardon Agar was going to cage, so she's going to line up on the 11. And she's running in. Although you can see Ayla's actually ready to be a part of the play if she wants to turn the corner. Runs in, couple of cradles, can't clear up. Going to get another penalty shot.
So another opportunity here for Reardon Agar.
Look at Emerson. Reardon Agar, ball dislodged, picked up by Carson. Good defence there from Francis. Francis looking at Rainey for the cut. Not on. McBean just trying to open up. Ayla's at X. McBean with the ball now. Can give it back to Ayla's and she might have an opportunity to go one-on-one. Finds a cutter. Wasn't on. Backed up there by Nikki Carson.
Western Australia having a great bit of possession here.
Yeah, just looking for the right option. Ball taken away there by Lucia Andre. And that's whistle and end of the quarter. So that's the first half. No score in that quarter, Pete.
Yeah, it's been a tight tussle all game. And the score does remain at 4 to South Australia, 2 to Western Australia. But just a fierce battle. And I would say WA probably had more possession in that quarter. But really not being able to do anything to get anything past the South Australian defence.
Yeah, that was a really good set of defence from the South Australians. I think Rodwell doing a great job for Western Australia in the cage too.
9 saves for Rodwell, 6 for Renshaw. Yep. So both goalies absolutely killing it.
Caitlin Ryan just walking out to the goals with the other keeper, Mia Taylor, so potentially a goalie change coming.
That is would be an interesting call. You know, Rodwell with 9 saves for the half has really played a big part of why they are so why they're down by so little to be. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I understand exactly what you're trying to say, Pete.
Blah blah blah. It's been a bloody long weekend,
Yeah,
we've called a lot of games. A lot of games.
We spent a lot of hours here at Preston Point. I don't mind, but yeah, so towards the end of the day, you're kind of like, what's happening here?
I'm here with my wife, as you know, and I'm talking all day. She wants to have a conversation afterwards. She says, I haven't had a chance to speak to you all day, and I'm like, I don't want to do any more talking.
I've chatted enough. She's just giving you a nice wave.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
A beautiful view you can see of the Swan River on the camera right now. Stunning day, Easter Sunday. Absolutely delightful. It's been great views all week. I hope everyone who's travelled to be here has enjoyed the trip to Perth and really loved the lacrosse, but also what Fremantle's had to offer and what the city's had to offer. I hope if you had the chance, if you had the time to go over to Rottnest Island and check out the quokkas. They're the happiest animal in the world. We're so proud of them. And if you don't know what a quokka is, because you're watching from somewhere that doesn't know what a quokka is or never heard of it, look them up. They are the biggest, smiliest little creatures, and they'll smile for a selfie too. But we are at the half, so maybe we will have a quiet little moment to take a break. So score is 4-2 at the half. We will be back shortly. And just like that, half time is over. We are back for this championship final. Everything on the line. 4-2 is the score. Pete, you got any hot tips, any goss that you heard during the break, anything?
No, pretty quiet on the Western Front for Goss, but just the goalies. They haven't changed the goalies. Rodwell is still in the cage, so 9 saves for her so far. So she'll look to build on that tally as WA get first look at the goal.
Yeah, I'd say the coaching staff from WA just trying to keep Mia's eye in when they're ready to put her in. Looking to drive is WA. Just trying to see past Charlotte Winnan. Ball is at the top with Carson now. Thank you. She's just ducked.
On cue.
Ball with Reardon Agar at the top. She's being matched up with by Newmarch. Wants to try and roll in. Emerson opens up a little bit of space for her. Takes a shot and it's low. And that one gets past the foot of Renshaw.
Yeah, just you see Reardon Agar, she weaves in and out till she finds herself in the right spot. She must have changed directions 4 or 5 times there, and just gets in a position where she can get the shot off. And when she does, she changes the angle high to low, and the stick check deems the stick to be legal. So all clear. Brings the margin down to 1. South Australia 4, WA 3 now.
Ball going to be set up for the draw. We've got Carson back on Maros now. Hannah Greenholsh and Chanel Reardon Agard on the other side of the circle. Sophie Mead and Corey Rainey. So Rainey coming out of the circle, out of the draw now onto the circle. That ball was being drawn, but going the way of WA. Interesting call. I thought that would have been a... Carson just going to start playing now, looking for an opportunity. She's got out wide there. She's got Emerson, but it looks like Emerson is being kind of matched up with by Leah Litchfield, which is a good decision by the coaching staff if that's their plan. Reardon now with the ball at the top. I love her work. I love the creativity that she has in her game. She's trying to roll inside, gets through. She's stripped of the ball, but she's going to come back to the 11 metre and have a penalty shot.
Yeah, Addie Reardon. Addie Reardon, I've been really impressed with her tournament.
Yep.
She's been absolutely gold for WA down in the offence.
She's running this one in. And here she goes, couple of steps, pulls a stick high, bounces low, backed up by Ehlers.
If that's one thing, though, I would say to her, is there's times where you don't have to shoot as hard as you can. Just sometimes you just need to put the ball in the back of the net.
Ball now at the back. Just with Reardon again, gives it to Emerson. Here she comes along with her drive, adjusts her hands, looks to shoot. Just trying to feed it there to Reardon, Agar, or if that was a shot. Either way, it's a South Australian ball, and Lily Maros. Look at that run from Maros. Just uses her speed, uses her body, runs past 1, 2, 3. Advantage called. She's going to the goals. Big push there from Twite. She's yet to get up.
I think she's just taken a breath.
Yeah, as you would after. And they're just holding time to give her a minute.
Getting a lot of support from her teammates in the shelter to our right, so you can probably hear them in our mics. But Lily will look to get this one straight behind. Rodwell shoots and scores!
Wow, she made that look easy, didn't she? Off stick side, about shoulder height. Just want to see if we can catch that one again on the replay or not.
Yeah, it looks to be just a couple of steps.
Yeah, and
let it go.
As she planted that front foot, that's when she released. Really good move there from Maros. That's her third of the day.
3 goals to Lily Maros, yep.
Gibson now back in the centre, up against Carson. Getting late in the afternoon here in WA now, 4:04 local time. Rainey picks that ball up. She's going to carry. She gets trail check, loses her stick. She was playing without her stick there, Rainey. That's going to be Hannah Greenholsh's ball.
That was a fair old check. Probably lucky she hit the stick. If she didn't hit the stick, she would have hit the ground and copped a yellow.
So Litchfield now with the ball. Just gives it across to Carter. This is where Carter does her handiwork from. Mead now with the ball. Players just setting up their offense. This is where you see that motion starting here by the South Australians on the off-ball side. Newmarch wants to dodge on Noddle, trying to get around her. Hannah Greenhouse trying to pick up the ground ball. Whoa. Flicks it out, goes a long way away. Ayla's coming in to try and grab that one. Rainey's also lurking, but Leah Litchfield just cleans it up and gives it to Newmarch so they can start their offense again. Fuss just lurking around or trying to get around X and presents now.
Oh,
Miss pass. That one's going to roll out of play. An unforced error. It's going to be a WA ball.
yeah, they don't need those. We saw how the one of the teams earlier today, I can't think now which one it was, but they just kept making those unforced errors. Might have been the Vic A boys against WA. Just kept letting them down, and they ended up losing possession a number of times.
And look at the strong body here of Ava Gibson as Lily Maros is trying to run past her. A quick start there from McRoberts. McRoberts now just going to carry. And that's just picked out of the air there by Leah Litchfield. Got to come back this way.
Great.
Grabbed Sheedy, just takes that one high. She's protecting her stick. She's being defended by Lizzie Hogg. Gives it, does her job, Sheedy, great job, and then just goes and releases the offense, which is Hannah Greenholz. Now Carter with the ball, choking the stick. Like I said, you know what Carter's going to do by the way she's holding her hands. Looking for a feed now.
Charlie, you're too low. You're too low. You're too low.
Carter waiting for Newmarch to get a little bit higher so she can start her drive because she's basically been isolated now. So Noddle's got to be ready to slide for WA. Here she is trying to roll inside. Good defence. There's a flag on the play. And this is where you get taken out to the dot. Even the way I say the dot, I'm not a fan of it. And Carter just holding her hand.
Yeah, she's in a bit of pain there. Yeah, she can't even hold her stick. She's going to need to sub. Subbing.
You can see she's in a lot of pain. Ball inside. Shot from Greenholz over the top of McRoberts. McRoberts is down. Great goal from Greenholz. So you just see Greenholz step into that one. South Australia now.
Could be lucky she didn't get called for a follow through, but the shot in the end going high, sticks being tested, all clear.
So Gibson just gives it across there. Yeah, and that's
Lily McRoberts.
McRoberts that went down, but that's all clear for Greenholz. Score sticks. 7:57 according to our clock left in the third. They say third quarter's a championship quarter. They say it, I don't know who, I just hear it in sports, particularly in AFL.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, 6-3, but this is a WA team stacked full of talent. You can't write them off at any point.
And a pick up there from Mead. Mead going to carry. Can certainly see that running coach is working in her favour.
I was going to say, hopefully the running coach is okay with that.
Newmarch gets it across to Greenholz, who's just got a bit of a hot stick after the last shot. Gibson now gives it to Fuss. Fuss wants to get inside. Slide from Rainey. Got to stop Ava Gibson. She's got a great dodge on her. Now with Greenholz. Ball swings across to Newmarch. Now Newmarch is going to pick here for Maros. Look at the dodge coming back to her left. Slide there, opens up Newmarch. It's going to be an in the rear push there, and Maros is going to retain possession.
Yeah, I hope Lily's okay because she's just looking a bit flat at the moment.
Newmarch trying to, there's a flag on the play. Charlie Newmarch going to line up at the 11 metre.
Charlotte Winnan saying we're running ourselves in the trouble, and Charlie Newmarch says, what do you want me to do? Well, you know what, Charlie? Just do what you just did. She's just taken a step. Low worm burner shot gets past Rodwell.
Yeah, really nice goal there from Newmarch. Timeout.
So South Australia just starting to put a few in the back of the net here. So that would make it 7-3 with Charlie Newmarch getting her first or second goal for the game.
Yeah, and on that replay, you can see the wind up, shoots low and just gets it past the feet of Rodwell, who's been very good today,
She
Lo.
has, yep. Yep, Rodwell unlucky to stop that one. Actually, I think she got a piece of it too,
Yeah,
so
she did.
she might be a bit unlucky there. Nonetheless, timeout Western Australia. They just want to slow down things from South Australia. They've scored a few goals now. and really want to get one back.
Yep. And that's their timeout for the half, so they don't have another one. And they've used it. I would say that's the right time to use it, though.
Yeah, South Australia just getting a few goals. They've got the last 3 goals in a row, so really need to be stopping that flow of goals. So if the scores stay as they are, South Australia would have won 3 championships today. First time in history a state has ever won the 3. I say in history, but really there's only been a Division 2 for 3 years, so it was bound to happen sooner or later. But this game not over yet. Only 4 goals the margin, and a lot of lacrosse still to play.
Gibson and Carson at the centre. South Australia definitely up and about. Can hear some clear instructions coming from Wendy Walsh to Hannah Gibson. Oh, sorry, to Hannah Greenhalgh. And that's going to be a WA ball. So Chanel Reardon-Agar going to start with possession.
Yeah, Greenhalgh must have had a foot on the line there, I think.
And Reardon-Agar just wanting to run past. She's been so good at clearing this ball for the West Australians. She's got some contact from Cholsh. She's going to get the major, Cholsh. She's got Ehlers at X, so fast play start.
No one really knowing what's going on there.
And Reardon-Agar finds the other Reardon on the back corner, but wasn't able to connect on the pass. Picked up by Gibson. I'd say she's going to carry. Look at her twisting her way out of trouble, Gibson, and just puts it in her left now as the double comes from Western Australia. Cholsh now with the ball.
Great work by WA just to hold Gibson up there, forcing her to turn backwards.
Andre with the ball now. She's been guarded by Emerson. Emerson not giving her a lot of space to work through. She's managed to run past. Greenhalgh now with the ball. Got help at X. Neve Guyot. Haven't seen a lot of her today.
No.
But here she is now.
Fuss looking for a cut.
Ava Gibson in the back corner. Gives it to Francis.
Has some space, Francis.
Has a lot of space, Francis, as she tries to get in.
Great block by Rainey just to stop the run there.
Gibson gives it to Greenhalgh. Coaching asking for the players to be working off ball. Fuss now wants to go, gets past Twite. Slides coming from WA. Good defensive pressure from Carson. Gets it out to Guyot. Francis now. Francis gets past, shoots.
No, that's a crease.
In the crease.
Yeah, I wondered. She did get very close to the crease, but great defence, obviously, to not push her in, but just to block that space.
Going to clear wow to Gibson. She picks it off and just jumps and pops it over the top of Rodwell.
Great intercept by Ava Gibson there. And on the way in, she's given it the old Air Gibson shot and got it over the top of Rodwell. Just looking at the replay, yep, just the jump. I mean, she's tall already, but just gave herself another 6 inches as she put that shot over the top.
Yeah, and quite a risky pass there to send it to the top centre by
risky.
Rodwell.
Yeah.
Probably want to get the outlets a bit more towards the boundary lines or the sidelines. WA now trail by 5. Ball on the ground to be won. Got to be picked up. Collected by Francis. And she's been guarded by Reardon-Agar. Ball now with Guyot. They've got Carter. Good to see her back on the field. Guyot wants to get inside. She's being pestered by Noddle. Carter unable to grab that ball.
Her dad's behind there,
I know,
so he's
I
probably getting stuck into her.
That's what I thought too. As soon as I saw that pack sitting down there. And Lily McRoberts going to carry. She's being chased down by Carter, who makes contact. Great check from Carter. Now she's getting pressure. Dallison going to bring the ball back into play for SA. Got a Emerson now on the ball. Dallison carrying. Needs some help, Dallison. Doesn't seem to have a lot to pass to. Guy at just at X.
Good effort by Dallison just to run it past there. Had some decent opponents to get past.
Twite needed to come back there. She was just trying to jump the gun a little bit and get a step or two on Dallison. And there she goes, gets back inside now. Francis with the ball. Francis gives it to Carter. Carter's hands. Here she is with the choke and the drive. Wait for her to free them. Change of release it. She's looking for the penalty. Checked by Carson.
South Australia have done this a couple of times now where they're trying to read what the umpire's going to say.
Yep.
The umpires, if they don't blow the whistle, it's play on. And that's what these girls have to remember.
Yeah, so Carson got Emerson there. She sees, finds her. Emerson drops a shot. That one is going to go out of bounds. Backed up there by Addison Reardon.
Ball with WA behind the goals. That's Reardon.
So play still not started. She's been told to go to the cross or the dot, whatever the marking is out the back. And Emerson just trying to present for her. Sends it to the middle to Ehlers. Ehlers doesn't mind to dodge from here. Can't get inside. Being defended well. Now Carson. Carson does a lot of work for this WA team through the midfield. And not sure what the call is. Rainey's going to have the ball at a hash, though.
Yeah, Rainey was held off the ball.
Oh, by Cholsh, yep. You can see Gibson just trying to reset herself. Rainey's going to shoot it. Step down, shot high, read well there by Renshaw. And given to Cholsh now to clear. She's got Hogg coming to her. Rainey trying to support. Andre carrying the ball now. And that's three-quarter time, Pete.
Wow, this game is just going so fast. South Australia 8, Western Australia 3. I might just take this moment to run through some goal scorers.
Sure.
Greenhalgh 1, Newmarch 1, Maros 3, Mead 1, Carter 1, Gibson 1. So a good spread of goal scorers there for South Australia. They've scored the last 4. For WA, we've got Reardon Agar 1, Reardon 1, Rainey 1. That's their 3. So a lot of work for Western Australia to do in this final quarter of lacrosse for this weekend as they are trailing by 5 goals.
Absolutely agree with you there. Got a lot of shout outs for Ava Gibson on the broadcast, along with just a lot of South Australian comments coming through.
There is a lot of South Australians.
Because the West Australians are here.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Yeah, great job and great to see so many South Australians tuning in to support the under-18s.
Would love to see Emerson and Rainey play a 2-man game from Gen City Wild. Let's go, Corenza. So there's a few WAs out there.
There is.
It's a good day to be red.
Who said that?
That would be South Australia's biggest supporter, Tommy Tuxford.
Okay.
He'll be happy because Caleb, his son, just won the men's national championship with his team.
Yep. I'm just starting to think now about All-Stars because that's going to be announced after this game. And
good luck.
The amount of talent on this field from both teams is undeniable. Trying to get a spot in the midfield.
Yeah.
How are you going to pick 3 middies for an all-star team out of these groups?
Yeah, I am not willing to put my hand up to be on the committee of that one.
Yeah, and that's the thing, just so everyone knows we're not involved at all. We just get to, throw some ideas around and start a bit of gossip. Get you all thinking. And if you've got some thoughts on All-Stars, feel free to send us a comment.
Yeah, let us know.
I think there's and I think even with the men's or the boys team, because of that final and Victoria going undefeated all week, that's really going to change things up about how that All-Stars looks. Ball's drawn high on the ground. Got to be picked up. Ava Gibson trying to grab it, picked up by Rainey. This is dangerous. They've been trying to lock her off all day. Rainey trying to get through. Such a strong carrier of the ball. She's being guarded by Gibson. Gives it to Ehlers with Addie Reardon. There's the skip step. There's another one trying to get inside. Goes top side. Addie.
Oh, it's off the post. I reckon that's hit a bit of the cage there.
And that one's backed up there by Ehlers. Leah Litchfield, she's going to see a card for that one. So extra woman opportunity here. Power play for WA. Quick start. Players not off the field yet.
Sophie, man down. Sophie.
Looking forward to seeing this power from the West Aussies. Rainey trying to cut through the middle. Missed pass. That ball's going to roll out the far side. That's going to be an SA ball.
Yeah, unlucky there. The cut was there. Just the pass not quite hitting the mark. Mead with the ball on the far side. She's very handy with the ball.
Just want to say how much I love the athleticism of these athletes. They are just so fit and fast. They've obviously been hitting the gym. I know that South Australia, Charlotte works at a gym, their head coach, so she would have been putting them through the paces, but both teams so fiercely fit and athletic.
So the SA girls have been to the Peak gym.
Yes.
Which they do a lot of work with the Australian team as well, so they're very lucky to have that available to them.
Yeah, they get a lot of AFL teams through the Peak gym as well. I know the West Coast Eagles tend to nip in when they're in Adelaide.
Yep.
Now ball with Maros in the back corner. South Australia just not in a rush here. And why would you? When you've got a 5-goal lead, you've probably got 13 minutes to play in the championship final. You don't need to keep flogging the horse, right?
No.
Like, you can just take your time, fight in the right offense, and take high percentage shots. Ball just making its way around the goals. Here's Maros now. Lily versus Lily. Umpire is a pick there, Julie Ames. And Maros now just baiting McRoberts to bring her out to the line. And they're just killing some time off the clock, clearly, because they're playing so wide. Waiting for the call here. Push. WA ball.
I really am not sure what the call was there. There was a push. I think she said simultaneous at one point.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Anyway, actually, it's going to be an SA ball. So Newmarch now with an opportunity to go to goals, decides to swing it round. Bit of a dangerous pass there to Mead, to Carter, but she's able to grab it. Sorry, it's Mead. It is Mead with the ball. Mead now trying to go to goals. Decides not to pull the trigger. And Charlotte Winner being really clear with the instruction just to send it back low and just take some time away. And here they are. But here is Lily wanting to dodge now. She's gone down. And that ball is picked up by Chanel Reardon-Agar. Reardon-Agar with a wore some contact, so they're just going to stop that play from Litchfield. Litchfield going to take the penalty. Look at Carson just in front here, and she uses her. She's seen her as well. Carson now taking some time. They've got more work to do. They've got to start pushing on the goal here. And Carson on cue, here's what I say. She puts the ball down. She wants the 11-metre shot. I would say Carson, with her speed, is going to try and push off the line and run the ball in.
This is really good for WA because Zoe Renshaw has to look into the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So great angle for Carson to have this shot.
Yeah. And Rainey is also here.
Oh.
And she's going to get the backup. Reardon actually is going to get the back up.
Great check there by Andre.
Who's the one? Who's the two? Ava, you have to open up. Thank you.
Reardon, they need to make space for her. Look at Rainey wants to dodge. She could have given it to her on the line. She did have a bit of space, but Reardon wants to go top side, trying to roll underneath. There's that little move. Great check from Sheedy.
Sharply, that one.
Oh, sorry, Sharply.
I don't know that WA isolating all the time is going to be the right option for them, and I feel like that's the way they're trying to lean.
Yeah, they need to link up a bit better. Shot there from Reardon, ball on the ground, great. Renshaw's come out of the cage, giving herself a little pass. That's a push, and Renshaw going to retain possession.
On the dot.
On the dot. Just gives it across there to Sheedy now.
Great work by Renshaw.
Nice, quick ball movement.
The hands from Litchfield to find Mead was unbelievable.
Here goes Newmarch. She wants to shoot it. She does. That's 6 goals up now for South Australia. Great shot there from Newmarch, Pete.
Just that quick hands from Litchfield freed up Mead. Mead could look up and found Newmarch, and Newmarch only had one to beat and did so. Put that past Rodwell. Rodwell, she's getting a bit down on herself, so really needs to pep herself up. Just worry about the next one that comes. And look, there wasn't a lot she could do there.
Yeah.
So,
and that, like you said, Litchfield excellent on that transition. I'd be looking at Litchfield for an all-star position as a defender.
agreed.
Gibson.
She's one of my favourites, Leah. She's had a great couple of years of lacrosse, and she just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, and if she's only 16, 17 now, what has she got in her? Like, how much more development has she got to go? Because she's this good at this age. Gibson now with the ball. She's being defended by Rainey. Rainey just giving her a little tap towards the end line, and Rainey's got the ball. She's given it a quick start to Emerson. Emerson inside, couldn't get her hands on it.
Renshaw! Great save by Renshaw.
One-on-one with the keeper. Renshaw read it like a book. And that's going to be a penalty on Emerson. So she's going 4 metres behind the play. And Renshaw gives it to Cholsh just to redirect the play.
I'd be picking for goalies Renshaw. I've said it a couple of times. She's been my pick this week of the goalies too.
Cholsh with the ball now. Seven, just over, probably just under 8 minutes to play. Francis carrying the ball now. Deep into the offense for South Australia. Ball at X with Guyot. At the top, wasn't able to get hands on it. Picked up by Francis. She wants to go through. She gets checked for her effort. She's going to get a shot at the 11 metre.
Not what the coach was asking for. You can hear they just want to slow things right down and chew up as much clock as they can. They can do that. They're 6 goals up. Francis puts it past Rodwell. That's a well-placed shot. And again, Rodwell just can't be beating herself up over those shots. She didn't have anyone in front of her to help because it was a free shot. And really, they've made the change now. They've made the change. Rodwell she's throwing the gloves down. She's not happy. But you know what, Charlie Rose Rodwell, when you watch this back, you've had a great tournament, and none of this is just your fault. This is it's a team sport, and the South Australians at this point in time are just doing more. So, Charlie, you've had a great tournament.
You can just see her talking with her coach, Caitlin Ryan, who is a former Australian goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So just, a great conversation to be having. And I think a real opportunity here for Mia Taylor.
Yeah, fantastic.
So Mia Taylor now into the cage for WA. And I thought Carson was going to pick that one off. Pass has gone AWOL. Got to be picked up by someone. It's going to be backed up here by Andre. Andre being guarded by Ehlers. WA, I think, are offside.
Yeah.
Yep, they are. Ayers needs to get back over the restraining line, has done so now. And Twite playing really low defence. If that was Charlotte Winnett talking about that, she'd be saying crab.
Crab.
Guyot now with the ball at X. Taylor looking like she's ready for a shot. Gibson gets a little roll pick inside. Move there from Carter. Carter now with the ball. Ball's on the deck. Here comes the pressure from Carson. Carter with the ball, chokes the stick, changes the hands. I just love to watch it. And Carter trying to get inside. Good body there from Twite. Ball on the ground to be won. Twite going to pick it up and carry out of trouble for WA. Good run from Twite. Double comes to her. She's going to keep running. And just gets it's good slow down there by South Australia. Just lets WA get inside.
Yeah, some of the girls just jump a bit early when they're behind the player.
Yeah. And Twite now looking for an option. Got to make sure she doesn't go offside. WA ball again.
Oh, no one's on Emerson here. So they've got players.
Giving it to the back corner. That's Nelly Reardon Agar.
Good defence by Fuss there. Oh, not so good defence by Fuss there. She's going to wear a yellow card.
2-minute advantage here for WA now while Fuss serves that penalty. And you can just hear the South Australian coaches directing where they want their players to be, but it's actually 11-metre shot here for Reardon Agar. She's running it in. And she's got a free space call.
South Australia have to recognise Carson's down the bottom corner now by herself. No one going to her.
We're inside the 5-minute mark now of this championship final.
Carson's getting the ball here for sure.
Nah, she's not. Reardon's going to shoot it, and that's going to be backed up by WA.
That blows me away. I really thought Carson by herself on the corner was the option.
Got Rainey now with the ball. They've just got to move the ball quickly, WA. Ayla's free in the middle, but a missed pass. See South Australia pick it up. Cholsh has got the ball.
Great work, Cholsh.
She's been very good in defence for the South Australians. Here comes Rainey just guiding her to the sideline. That's going to be deemed a push. Andre now, just a bit of a fumble. She's going to run the ball out of the defence for South Australia. Nikki Carson giving her a bit of a check. And ball now down in the far corner with Gibson. Gibson just been outstanding this week. Guyot with the ball. You can see Charlotte waving some hands in the air. I would say she's saying, hold up a little bit.
That's just Charlotte dancing.
3 minutes to go in the game clock. Guyot now.
Good little cut there by Carter.
I thought she had a trail check there, Carson, but didn't. Here comes Twite on the ball.
Yeah, this is good by WA. They have to push the ball. They need to get that ball back down to their end. So South Australia really have to play out wide.
Yeah, WA have had long periods of offense. They just haven't capitalised on them. Ball now, but in the far back corner with Greenholz. Greenholz checked. She's going to get the ball back. Twite just drops it straight away.
So they were just wearing down the penalty there, so now they're all even.
Now, Gibson at the end line. It's going to be called, is it a push call?
Yep. She'll go to the dot.
Did you say
spot.
The dot. And Carson with the penalty. Just gets it up. One more to Francis. Cross to Dallison. Dallison looking very confident now. Here comes the double from WA. She's down. Ball to be won. Picked up by Reardon Agar. I'd be looking at her today for an MVP.
Yeah, she's been good.
She's got McBean ahead of the ball. She's just trying to give her some more space. Misses the pass. Renshaw to clean up. Ball on the ground to be won.
Great work by Andre to flick that into space and pick it up. Great work.
Just pulls the stick in close to her body to carry. And they're just chasing her down now. Here comes McRoberts on the ball. WA making some subs. Walters stepping into the defence for WA. Gibson wants to go to goals, decides to just run across the top of the fan. There's a push there from Emerson. We're in under 1 minute of play, I believe, if our clock is matching game
Less
clock.
than that, mate. It's probably about 10 seconds to go.
Clock is up on the field with the chief bench official. So I would say, I'm sorry, I won't talk about MVPs yet. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the
Rachel-
manager of South Australia.
Rachel Boys decides it's time to have a word.
Yeah, she's
10
so,
seconds to go in the tournament.
She's so quiet. And she's like, now it's my time. And I thought Carter was going to release that one.
I thought that was the final whistle there. Carson,
did I.
I think, getting a yellow.
Yeah, Carson with a yellow. So WA going to finish the game, woman down. Charlotte Winner doing a little bit of a dance on the sideline. Wendy Walsh can't put her clipboard down yet. And here we go. Reardon Agar coming back onto the floor. Walters just being subbed. Ball at X. Ava Gibson doing a good job to run that one round. Maros now with the ball. We know Maros is taking it to a spot where she wants to dodge from. Noddle playing defense on her. Maros decides not to go. Two South Australian coaches hugging. And there's the whistle. And off they go. South Australia getting around their keeper, and they are absolutely loving it. Here come the boys. They've got the double, South Australia. The triple, sorry. Great job to South Australia. Commiserations to WA. Here comes the SA A team onto the field as well. Everyone's here to celebrate. WA just getting around each other.
What a great effort by the South Australians. They have been the dominant team all week, these girls, and they've put on a bit of a show today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Commiserations to WA. They've also been great. I've really enjoyed watching them play. And like you said, like we have said, all the teams here are just so chock full of talent that, if we were to put together an Australian team from what we've seen today, they would be very, very competitive on the international scene.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more with you.
So all the three SA teams now just all coming together.
That's so nice to see.
It is. It's fantastic. And that's what it's all about, one big happy family. And, that's really exciting as a South Australian especially.
Okay, so I've just been told that we will be streaming the closing ceremony on Facebook Live. So just make sure you tune into Facebook if you want to watch the closing ceremony. But great job, South Australia. Okay, Pete, now we can talk about MVPs.
Well, for me, I am looking down at my stats, and Renshaw had 11 saves, and I don't think she's won one this week, so I'm going to say Renshaw. She has been the pick of the goalies for me, and to win the MVP today for her would be perfect.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a really great choice. I am looking at, I think Litchfield was excellent. I think Gibson was excellent. I think, yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a midfielder from South Australia. From WA, I said Reardon Agar would be my pick for their MVP.
Yeah, and look, Corey Rainey's been good too. Addie Riordan. Lily McRoberts was really great today. I'm going to go Lily McRoberts.
That's a great choice. Lily's a great defender. And really tall, really strong, got a big career ahead of her. I love working with Lil as a player, and yeah, I think I agree. She had a good day. So we'll just let the players shake hands. As I can see a few hugs on the field too, so that's nice to see after a championship game, and congratulating one another. Charlotte over now, saying, talking to Beck and Caitlin as well, and just people getting around their teams. It's nice to see. It's been great. It's been a great championship, and I'm actually sad that it's over.
Yeah.
Lacrosse is done for the weekend.
I agree. This venue has been great. The fields have held up well. The weather has been perfect. And the lacrosse has been of such a high quality that it's been really, really enjoyable to watch every single game.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pete. So players just getting ready to line up now. South Australia's still having their moment to celebrate, and good for them as WA lines up for the MVP.
So that's 3 in a row for the South Australian girls. So we were talking about dynasties or dynasties.
It was coming out of my mouth any minute now. The dynasty, and I just think they've got a lot of talent. If you I hope that coaches are watching from college and starting to scout some of these players from both teams and from
absolutely.
the Bigs as well.
100%.
Because there is a lot of talent out here.
Now the crowd's a bit bigger, so there's a lot more people in front of us, but we'll do our best to get you the names of the MVPs.
I'm going to stand on my chair.
Oh, look out. That's an OHS issue.
So Charlotte Winner doing the first chat, so we'll be here a while. And I know what Charlotte will be saying. Thanks for having us. You're a great competitor. I think there's a really great friendly relationship between these two teams.
Right, there is, absolutely.
Lily McRoberts, Pete.
Wow. What a way to end this tournament for me as well.
WA now. Sorry, now it's WA talking to present South Australian. So Caitlin Ryan having a chat. I'm just waiting to see who's...
Boom!
Double! Got the double, Pete!
What a way to finish. South Australia get all 3 championships, and Pete, the South Australian commentator, picks both MVPs in the final.
What are the chances? What are the chances? So, great job, Pete. So what we'll do is we'll wrap it up there. Like we said, if you do want to watch the closing ceremony, that will be brought to you on the Facebook page of the Australian Lacrosse Network. So thanks for tuning in. We've loved bringing you this lacrosse all week. It's been mine and Pete's absolute pleasure to be the voices. We've loved our team. We've had Jazz, we've had Henry, we've had Blake, all working behind the scenes, as well as Jackson. We've had a lot of guest commentators as well. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you these games live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Next championship coming up will be Senior Nationals in June, so if you can't get to Adelaide, make sure you're tuning in. But until then, from the crease to the crowd, thanks for watching the Australian Lacrosse Network.